Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And in another case, unfortunately, of Clownfish was right, unfortunately, and I want to stress unfortunately, we have another instance of a manga creator suffering from health problems due to overwork. Now, we're covering this because it's My Hero Academia, which is one of the most popular manga on the planet. Right now. It's one of the most popular manga series on the planet, and its creators having health problems they believe due mostly to overwork because of the schedule.
Now, we're not agreeing that you should work yourself to death, but what we're saying, and that took a lot of shit for, was that these people work themselves to death and they work harder than Western comic book creators, and these people are so salty about that for whatever reason.
Yeah, and a lot of these people have no chance whatsoever of working in comics, Western, Japanese, whatever. Yeah, they're not going to. You know? Anyway, yeah, so let's walk this back 2 years. 2 damn years ago.
They're still going on about it.
They're still going on about it. We did a video, which for some reason was... weirdly controversial. This was not even close to our spiciest take on anything, but the manga creator of Berserk passed.
Which was awful.
Which was awful. At 54, and
yeah, it's too young, but I mean,
is way
I think they thought maybe it was because of overwork.
At the time, now it came out after the fact. I guess they didn't think that was the case, but at the time there was speculation that he had died because of overwork, because this is common in Japan. And we talked about the insane hours that manga creators kept. We talked about how a lot of Western comic book creators were complaining about hours. And I can speak to this because I have literally pulled all-nighters before to get projects done in time on top of having a day job. Because I've been around the block a few times. So I can speak to this. And we said, hey, this is a problem. But my feeling on it was, we've got Japanese creators who are having major health problems. Meanwhile, we've got Western comic book creators on Twitter having meltdowns.
We have Western comic book creators on Twitter who weren't getting their stuff done on time or was turning in crappy work because they were on Twitter all day long talking politics.
Yes. And so that was the point of the video. And we never condoned the schedule. We said it was awful that the schedule that they keep because, these manga creators are cranking out, 20, 30, 40 pages a week, which is inconceivable to any Western creator. Inconceivable. But for some reason, I don't know why it was this video in particular, when people were looking for reasons to say that Clownfish TV were terrible,
they kept going back to this video.
They kept going back to this video, which wasn't even one of our top performing videos, but for some reason they kept going back to this like, well, they're awful because they monetized them.
They were mad because we said that Western creators don't work as hard as the Japanese creators because they don't.
They don't. I'm sorry. On no planet do they work as hard. I don't care who you are. I've done webcomics. I've done mainstream comics. We still do our own comics right now, and we do them at our own pace.
And that being said, that doesn't make it okay.
It doesn't make it okay. I
think that working till you make yourself sick is not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing. But here we have an article, again, another Japanese creator, a well-known Japanese creator, having health issues, apparently due to overwork. And oh my God, look, there are ads on their page. How dare they? How dare they put ads on their page? You
know what gets me? Okay, as people who've done independent creator work, I can tell you, and we're nowhere near the amount of work to this person, even though you were getting close when you worked day job and working 13 hours a page on other stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't all comics, but I mean, yeah.
But I'm just like, there is a certain entitlement to fans who you need to get it out as fast as you can. We want more, so you better work harder to give us more. And if you're a good creator, you'll give us more as soon as we want it. And sometimes it's not feasible, but that doesn't stop the people from demanding it. And I think that's what happens is, well, we got to make money off this, so we want twice as much this month.
Yeah, and Webtoons is notorious for that. A lot of their creators burn out. But yeah, with manga, I mean, there's such a demand for manga, especially a series like My Hero Academia, that the publisher is probably like, more, give us more, faster.
Give us beyond the book, give us a bunch of designs for this, and this.
Right.
And you can have your studio people help you. A lot of times they have studios and people who help work on things with them. But it's still a lot. You're still in charge. You have to oversee all that, and you still have to do your workload. It's a lot.
So sometimes depends on the job. Sometimes it's more exhausting to
Yes.
oversee people
Yes.
than it is to actually do it yourself.
Yes.
But anyway, let's talk about this because this is another example of manga coming with a great price. It looks like he's going to wrap up MHA pretty soon due to health problems, and I hope to God he has time to enjoy the fruits of his labor because he's made good money on it. But a lot of times what happens is these creators burn out. They burn out young, and then they pass away young because of their health being in such poor shape.
We don't want that.
Hunched over a table for years. So let's talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Oh my God, we're almost 300,000, over 298,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. Let's talk about this because this is a major problem in Japan, whether it's manga or anime, all this stuff that people like to talk about endlessly on Twitter. And they have plenty of time to talk on Twitter. These people don't have time to tweet endlessly.
No.
They don't have time to freaking eat half the time. I've seen the schedules for some manga creators and they allow themselves like 3 or 4 hours to sleep, maybe, but they have every hour of the day accounted for. They're doing something and it's insane. So this is coming from Sportskita. Why My Hero Academia creator is likely to take a long hiatus. They said it hasn't been updated on Viz's official website yet, but the My Hero Academia creator is going to take a break. The series is going to be on a sudden break this week as the manga has failed to appear in the weekly Shonen Jump issue. The manga will return after 2 weeks on March 27th. So comicbook.com has more information on it. They're saying for sure it is the health-related hiatus.
Okay.
This is coming from Megan Peters, who's usually pretty solid. I think she's a pretty solid reporter. But yeah, it's on an extended break this month. Last week, fans learned that Horikoshi took a sudden 2-week hiatus due to his poor physical condition.
You just don't want to see that. You don't want to see people working themselves to that point. And I'm glad to see a lot of people were like being supportive about him taking a break because of it.
The My Hero Academia editorial team confirmed this in a letter to fans and assured readers the story would resume at the end of March. It seems like My Hero Academia readers are hardly bothered by the break, she says. Instead, the fandom is more worried about his health.
Good.
They said that, they're going to be wrapping it up, whatever. But here are some of the tweets. This is in reaction to the letter. This makes me want to throw up. Horikoshi is way too young for his health to be in this kind of jeopardy. The man needs a break. Again, we called out. We're awful. Here we have making manga is no easy task. Mangaka are still human. Horikoshi needs all the rest he can regain his strength and energy. This is the official letter. My Hero Academia break notice in issue 15. Series will be absent both this week and the following one due to his poor physical condition. It will resume in issue 17 as scheduled. I've never been more okay with letting the series rush to an ending as I have with My Hero Academia. So a lot of people thinking that they're going to rush the ending just to wrap it up, and we don't know exactly what's wrong with him, but it's obviously, not a good situation.
He said the pacing issue is one of the things I genuinely fear for ending. He's got in the ER. With all the delays and health concerns, the manga industry seems inhumane. And that's just it. I mean, they work way harder than Western comic artists. Sorry to make you mad. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best way to do things either.
We never said it was.
No.
We have never said
There's got to be a middle ground.
Again, if you have time to tweet for 8 hours a day and then you're complaining you're not meeting your deadlines.
That's what we were talking about.
That's what we were talking about. This is Horikoshi's third sudden break in this arc alone. Maybe he should take longer breaks. I understand correctly. This is the hashtag to support him. He's been trending nationally for 3 hours. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope he's okay too.
While it is completely acceptable for a mangaka to take breaks, the number of sudden breaks has left fans concerned about his health, as they urge him to take a long hiatus as opposed to frequent weekly breaks. They said that he was set to end it within a year, but he might be forcing himself to finish it sooner than that. Yeah, and a lot of times they won't say what's going on.
I mean, they want some privacy.
They want privacy, but it is weird that he's taken so many breaks. And they talk about, Berserk.
Oh, they're allowed to. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, look, there's an ad right below it.
And there's an ad right below it. Two popular manga artists who passed away due to health issues. Now, according to the people that worked with the Berserk creator, they don't think it was related directly to overwork, but the sedentary lifestyle of being hunched over a drawing table, day in, day out for decades in some cases is not good.
No.
It's not good for you.
I mean, you don't have time to go up and work out a lot of times.
No. And you were, saying about me working ridiculous hours when I worked full time and I did comics, moonlighted working in comics, I was probably the unhealthiest I've been.
That's true.
The entire time we've been married.
I would agree with
like
that.
Because I just
your blood pressure was awful.
My blood pressure. I actually wound up. This is true. I actually wound up in the hospital because my blood pressure had skyrocketed.
It was bad.
It was like 180 something over something, but they were like, "You're gonna have a stroke if you don't watch it. Like you're gonna have a stroke." This conversation is coming up again about creators working themselves too hard. They're talking about, last month they said that he is going to try to wrap it up this year. So people are, they're going to speculate. He's wrapping it up. He's taking a lot of breaks, and it's kind of weird. And there's
a lot of ads.
There are. Look at all those ads, monetizing. But he said in interviews that his intention is not make My Hero Academia go on forever like Naruto, that he wants to wrap it up this year. And people are like, why are you wrapping it up so soon when it's just, seeing this resurgence in popularity because of the anime and all that. And it could be health related.
It could be he's bored of doing it too. It could be he wants to do something else and other stories to tell. There's lots of reasons, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people don't want to go on like One Piece and Oda. I mean, he's another one that's like a freaking machine. And some people can do it and some people can't, and it just depends on, I think if it makes them happy, I think anything, if it becomes an actual job, a chore, if you feel like you're chained to it, it's definitely going to, take a toll on your health, especially if you don't feel like you're being appreciated. Now, in this case, at least he's making bank off of it.
Yeah.
But when does he have time to spend the money? I don't
know. When he's taking a week off here and there. I don't know.
Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's like taking a week off and he's just like, I'm going to go party. I'm going to enjoy myself. I don't know, guys, but there's speculation. Again, we're not going to know the full story. They usually don't come out with it, unfortunately, in some cases until it's too late, but it probably has taken a toll. And, I think people would be, now some of the fans are, have been pretty understanding, like, hey, obviously something's going on, you take the time you need. And overall, a lot of comic fans tend to be that way, but you do get people in there that are like, I want more, especially webcomics. I want more free stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that they're all encouraging him to take a longer break because I think he needs it, because, that's refreshing to see.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens, guys, but one way or another, My Hero Academia looks like it's going to be ending soon. But at least you have a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end, a definite end, until they decide to spin it off into umpteen different shows, because money. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.